A man who got a chance to experience a national championship and the national championship's future forever home, Indianapolis last night. A man who traveled in by plane, then by vehicle, by me, driven downtown. Then we walked to the game, experienced it in the suite, walked back across the city to where Connor's car was, drove back and then flew. Had a night of his life, a night that he will never, ever, ever forget. One of the greatest nights of this man's life was just one night ago. We will talk to him about that and also being a Super Bowl champion and a college football national champion. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk.
Yeah!
What a night. What a night, huh? What a night.
What a night. Is that true? Is the national championship in Indianapolis from here on out?
Yep. Should be. That's what everybody on the internet was saying. Hey, Jay, and you got to experience it. Go ahead.
It's a fast track, man. It's a fast track. The stadium is really sweet. Where we met Connor, I don't know what you call that area, the open area where you can stand and watch the game from up top. Like, it's a pretty cool spot.
Yeah, it is. It has a nice little open. You could go on and talk about other stuff, too, that you experienced last night, other than just the last spot as we were leaving. You could talk about how loud that place. That place loud with all those dogs.
A lot of dog fans. A lot of dog fans in that stadium.
There was a little doubt by you, Ohio State guy. Like, doubt. They're not going to sell this place out.
Really?
Okay.
AJ said they're not going to sell this place out.
Come on, dude.
Hey, by the way,
I did not say that, for the record.
No, he did not. Hey, there was a lot of me asking him though some comparisons to Ohio State and stuff like that, because I think the SEC is just a bunch of Ohio State like there's a bunch of cults. Now, I learned last night Ohio State has 50,000 undergrads. So it is huge. So whenever they graduate and go on to wherever they are, Ohio State has just by math, they have a large fan base, so they're able to travel. And I feel like in the SEC, they all have the similar cult-like feel as all those people of Ohio State have, because it is different down there. And were you impressed by the Dogs, that fan base? I mean, it was 75-25, 80-20 almost. And there's a lot of reasons. Maybe the Alabama fans said, hey, we're going to be in this thing again next year. We'll go when it's a warm city. Maybe they think, and maybe the Georgia fans went because they knew this was the year where they potentially had a chance to really do it, especially with Stetson Bennett and their kicker who is balling out. But were you impressed with the Dog fans and the SEC fans yesterday, AJ?
Oh, yeah. I mean, leading up to the game, I was impressed with the Dog fans and just Alabama fans as well. But we kept seeing videos of them calling the Dogs on airplanes, in restaurants, everywhere around the country. And then when we got there, we got to interact with a few of them. A few guys that may have been overserved a bit made a long walk with us, too, from one area to meet Connor. And I don't know still exactly what was going on, but he was actually an Alabama fan because Alabama was still winning at that time.
Yeah. And Alabama had a small area, and that guy was asking us a lot of questions. That guy was asking us a lot of questions.
He's not going to remember any of the answers.
No way. He was so drunk, and he had 2 more beers in his hands.
Oh, nice. But
they looked like they were both half drank, so I don't know if it was because he spilled them or if he did feel like a guy who could potentially just scoop 2 people's beers that are kind of down and about, that are already half drank.
He also struck me as somebody who maybe takes a sip of one and then thinks, well, no, I got to take a sip of this one. I got to take a sip of this one.
Hey, 1 for me. What? 2 for me.
What?
3 for me.
What?
Holy shit, is that AJ Hawk? AJ, you don't even care about who wins this game, huh, AJ? You don't even care. That's what this guy was saying to AJ. You don't even care. You guys don't care who wins?
He knew.
What are you talking about, dude?
We said, we absolutely care. He's like, I think it's cool you don't.
It was awesome. It was great seeing, there was a lot of fans, a lot of Southern accents in there last night. Got a chance to meet a lot of people that knew the show. That was very cool. Got a chance to experience the greatest stadium in all of sports, Lucas Oil, from top to bottom, from ramp to ramp.
We did. We explored the bowels of that place. Why did we walk every inch of that place?
We walked 7 ramps, and we were still at the 300 level.
Oh. And we never saw anybody. We walked on a ramp for 15 minutes, and we didn't see one person. I was like, are we walking to our death? Like, what are we doing?
Hey, I led off the show thanking ESPN for the hospitality. That was very nice of them.
Absolutely, yeah, they were awesome. 50-yard line suite at the national championship. Okay, I've never even walked by one of those before, so it was cool to get to go in and watch the game there. They were awesome. Yeah, the whole experience was amazing, man. I appreciate you reaching out and giving me the ticket.
That was exactly my thought, by the way, what you said there. Hey, Pat. Mr. Pitaro of ESPN is wondering if you would like tickets for his suite at the national championship game. Mr. Pitaro, who runs ESPN, yeah. Is the national championship on ESPN? Yeah. Oh my God, he's going to have the second best suite in the entire place. Who is it? It's Mr. Irsay, who is in there with Peyton and the boys in there. And then it's probably this guy right in the next suite. I would absolutely love, I'd be honored to. I'd be honored. I'd be honored to be in there just to see how it goes, and I've never met him before. I'd never met him. We had talked on the phone, but we had never met in person. I felt like it was a good reach out, and it's in Indianapolis. We have to be there. As a sports show that is hubbed in Indianapolis, if the national championship's going, we have to be there. So it was a lot of things. It was okay, yeah, let's do it. It was so nice that we were sitting on 50 yards. We had our own section, AJ. That was unbelievable. Ton Diggs was overlooking all his dogs. He was calling the dogs from up there. Dogs -2.5. What a night. That was really fucking cool. That was really, really cool.
It was awesome. I think I had 14 pieces of grilled chicken in there as well and 12 pounds of cheese. So I believe me. They said, hey, you got to eat. You came in here, you got to eat. And I didn't let them down.
Well, Jimmy Pitaro is.
Oh, yeah. We had a lot of talk with Jimmy
about the gabagool. Eat your skin and bones. eat. They had the entire, hey, how about that dessert spread that they had? Ooh. They had an entire, this shit was nice, dude. This shit was nice. And maybe we experienced the national championship different than a lot of people, but I think it should be here every single year. I think we should do that every single year. I think there should be an opportunity to do that. Is that what Ohio State's like? Is that what games are like, though? That level of
buy-in, yeah, that level of buy-in from all the fans, and they live and die with how the team goes. Yeah, that's what college football is. I feel like it awesome programs, and we saw two awesome programs last night.